Hi guys, today I'm going to be doing a MAC starter kit. So I'm going to call this part 1 or version 1, so it's like the absolute basics. If you do not have a single MAC product or you don't have anything and just feel like you want to start off using one of the best brands on the market right now, then this video is for you. Then I'm thinking of doing another video next week or another time doing like part 2, so adding on a few extra products to make your face a little bit more flawless or accentuate other features. So why I'm doing this video is because I see so many people asking what products should I use to start off. I'm just starting off, what do I need? And I was in that position many years ago, but I was there and I went into MAC. I was fortunate enough to start off with MAC. I didn't really use products other than MAC before that, and I would go into MAC and I would want something and I'd walk out with something completely different that somebody had sold me at MAC, and I would never really use it again, or I'd be really disappointed with the product. So like I have like tinted moisturizer and random eyeshadows. So if you don't know your products and you go into MAC, you can be completely overwhelmed and people can sell you the wrong things, or things that won't suit you, that might suit them but won't suit you. So I'm here to tell you what my favorite MAC products are, but you can also use this as a guideline to buy your own products from a different place. Maybe you want to go to the drugstore, the chemist to get your products. That's absolutely fine. This is also like a guideline of what products to get. So starting off, these videos are so long that I watch on YouTube, like 15 minutes. I'm going to try and get this under 15 minutes. That's why I'm doing part 2 as well. Number 1 main thing is foundation. So as I've said before, I'm dry. Now MAC has so many foundations, you can also go in and be completely overwhelmed. You have to have the right color, you have to have the right foundation for your skin type, whether you are oily, combination, or dry. Then you have to have the right coverage. Now what coverage means is how much it covers. So you can have a light coverage, which is like a tinted moisturizer, or a full coverage, which is Studio Sculpt, which I use most often, or you can have an in-between. Now an in-between, a great in-between one is Mineralize Moisture. This is for dry skin though. There's another one, I can't remember the name, I'll mention it down below. That's for oily skin. That's similar coverage. Now it is medium coverage, so if you apply it with your fingers, it will cover most of what you want to cover, but not completely. Like your face won't be completely flawless, but you can build it. So you can make it, if you add another touch up everywhere, you can make it look flawless, which is why I think this is really great. It is also really great for dry skin. So again, I have mentioned how to match foundation. It has to be the same color as your neck, so that your face is in one color and then your neck is a completely different color. So it won't always match your face, because your face is often lighter than your neck, especially if you self-tan or wear a lot of sunblock or exfoliate. Your face is naturally slightly lighter than your neck, so you want to match it to your neck. So you have to tell them those 2 things that are really important: what kind of skin type you are, whether you're oily, combination, or dry, and what kind of coverage you're looking for, be it light coverage, medium coverage, or full coverage. But I would really recommend this one if you're dry. It's Mineralized Moisture Foundation. So you can apply that with your fingers. If you would like to then buy a brush, you can buy something like this, which is the MAC 188 or the 187, which is slightly bigger than this. This gives quite a nice coverage, or you can get a full coverage foundation brush, whichever one you prefer, but you can put that on with your fingers to save money, because brushes are really expensive, but they are an investment, so you are buying them forever. Then to set your foundation. Now for oily people, you have to set your foundation. For dry people, I set my foundation with a little bit of a high coverage powder, but a translucent Prep and Prime setting powder is what I would recommend because it doesn't give any coverage. It's just a translucent powder. Somebody described it to me as putting a veil over your face, so it covers things without it being pigmented coverage. So to apply this powder and then the next product that I'm going to mention, you would need a brush. So foundation you can put on without a brush, absolutely no problem. The next product that I'm going to mention is a blush. So everyone needs a blush. Like, you can go highlighting and contouring and everything in between, but a blush is a must. You can leave out everything else. My favorite blush is Peaches. So this might look really, does it even look pink? It doesn't even look pink. Okay, it's like pinky, peachy, skin tony, orangey. I don't know. It's a really nice color and it goes on everyone. Like, I've put it on people of like all skin tones and it goes on really nicely. And it's buildable. Again, you can put it on as a sheer light wash if you're just going to school or everyday use, like a light wash of blush, and or if you go, it'll just make your skin look a little bit like rosy pink on your cheeks. So you would put it here, like under the arch of your eyebrows, and like here. Otherwise you can you can add on, or you can put some more on your brush and you can pat it on and it'll go on a little bit darker. So I'm wearing that today and it's an awesome blush and you can use it for anything. So I would really recommend that one. Then to put on the powder and the blush, you would need a brush. Now you can use the 129 short handle or the 129 long handle, whichever one. But my favorite blush brush and overall setting powder, because you don't have to put powder everywhere on your face. You can just put it like where you get oily, so in your T-zone. You can just press it down, press it down. My favorite blush is the MAC 116. So it looks like this. It's a little bit smaller than the 129 short handle. 129, sorry, I'm so obsessed with saying short handle because I don't like the short handle. And it's a little bit paddle shaped, so you can put blush on, like a big wash of blush, or you can pat on your powder, and you can first go in with your powder and set it on your face, and then you can use the same brush to go in with your blush. So that saves you having to buy another brush. So that's a really good brush, and that you can use for your blush and your setting powder. MAC artists are called MAC artists for a reason. They are there to make their products and their brushes apply the best makeup that they can. So they will make you look the best that you can, which is their job, and they are really good at it. But the point is like when I go to the hairdresser and I come home like, oh, my haircut looks so nice, and then a week later I'm like, I do not like my hair because I can't do it the way they can. So like the way that I land up with so many unnecessary products is that they would put it on me and I'd be like, oh my word, I love this, I have to have it, and then I get home and I wouldn't even know how to use it. Okay, this is like 7 years ago, and I've slowly had to work with, like, I didn't want to not use these products, so I said to myself, I have to learn how to use them. But when you're in the MAC store, ask questions, say, what is the most basic things that I need? Also, don't ever buy things spontaneously or compulsively, because that's how you're going to end up with unnecessary money spent and unnecessary products if you aren't looking to build a collection. What I do is I always research my products, okay, especially brushes, because I can easily get carried away and buy a million brushes because I'm obsessed with brushes. But I would always come home and first look at what I needed, what I could use that brush for. Buy the most versatile products that you can find. Obviously foundation only has one use, but like the 116 you can use for many things. You can use it for setting powder, you can use it for later on when you get more advanced, for contouring, for highlighting, for setting your under eye concealer, for whatever. You can use it for so many things. And always try and find products like that, and also go home and research it. Like, a lot of people say that their MAC brushes are shading. So MAC brushes are handmade. That means they have been physically put together by somebody. So you might have a 116, I might have the 116, but mine don't shade because they're different brushes. So always just go ahead and research your products and look them up, and see if you can get them cheaper anywhere else if that is what you're looking for. So always ask questions. Then onto eyes. The brush that I would recommend is the MAC 224. So I have seen people use this brush for everything, even concealer, like putting on concealer on your skin and then like rubbing it in. So it can be used for anything, and it's like a big fluffy brush for your eyes, and you just like buff. It's a buffer brush, so you don't pat and you don't go like this like you would with like the 242 or the 252. You like rainbow windshield wiper motions. And this is a great overall brush, and I would just really recommend anyone buy this brush. Then the 3 eyeshadows that I would recommend, but you can vary because there are variants in the MAC range, and there are obviously similar colors outside of the MAC range that are exactly the same or whatever, whichever suits you. So the first one is Brule, and it's like a